Hi everybody, I'm Paddy Hunter-Murphy, and this is the Senior Pickleball Tips Podcast, where we discuss everything pickleball as it relates to us seniors.
Hi everyone, hiya, how you doing? Right, today we're looking at the third shot. Now, a lot of people think this is the hardest shot in pickleball, and it could be. I'm not sure. I find it quite difficult. I'm not quite mastering it. So we're looking at the third shot. Now, just a little story which is related. I went to London University back in the day, and I was there 1979, 1980. I was at a college called the London School of Oriental and African Studies, which is little known. Well, it was little known then, but it's getting better known now. And I wasn't really a music kind of guy. I was more a sports guy. And my friend Jonathan one day said, "Paddy, there's this amazing band. You got to come. You got to go to the Marquee." And I'd heard of the Marquee, obviously, which is, one of the most famous clubs in London, in the world, indeed. And there was a lot of music going on those times, a lot of punk and a lot of indie music, and it was, quite a good scene. I was really into reggae music, to be honest with you, at the time. But anyway, so I went, my friend Jonathan, he literally dragged me along, and we went to the Marquee, and we saw the Clash. And I fell in love with the Clash, and from that day, I've always loved them. And the third shot, and this is where the relevance comes in. The third shot reminds me of one of their songs. Now, I'm going to try and sing, but I'm not very good. But it won't last very long, so please mind your ears. And that song goes simply like this. Should I drop or should I drive now? If I drop, there will be trouble. If I drive, it will be double. So come on. Okay. We're going to stop there. Hopefully your ears are okay. And you're watching this on video, you'll see the squeamish look on my face because I just cannot sing. But anyway, the third shot. When I started playing pickleball, I was always told it's to do with the third shot drop or the third shot dink. But now more and more people are driving the third shot. They're just hitting it really hard and low. And it's becoming more and more popular on that third shot. So we're going to be looking at both the third shot drop and the third shot drive. Okay? All right. So let's first look at the third shot drop. Now, this has always been traditionally, isn't that interesting? Pickleball's so young, yet you're still using the word traditionally. So it's always been traditionally the shot to do. So let's put this into context. You have just served, preferably a deep serve, and they have returned to you, which is the second shot. And obviously you have to let that shot bounce. We all know that. If they're smart, they will hit that shot long. So you'll be pushed back to the back of the court. And meanwhile, they, your opponents, are basically by then, they're at the kitchen line and you're pushed back. So what do? Okay, what do you do? Now, the best shot at that moment is to gently drop it over the net into the kitchen so they cannot hit an aggressive volley away and then start to dominate the point. So the drop shot there is an essential shot for you to learn. It's absolutely essential that you master this shot, okay? It is most difficult for beginners and low intermediates, but many of us come from other racket sports. I come from tennis. A lot of you come from badminton and squash and table tennis. So for us, it may not be so difficult because we got the control of the bat, the racket, the paddle, as it were. But for people who don't come from racket sports, this could be a tricky shot to undertake. It reminds me of a word that my kids used to say. They say, "Dad, this is very tickyfult." Yes, the third shot drop is very tickyfult. It's a very tickyfult shot. So you have to master it. It's important. I've been told that you can get to a 3.5 rating without really a third shot drop. But if you want to get to 4, and if you want to move up from 4, you really need this shot. So I'm saying to you, when you're in recreational play, maybe not competitive play, but when you're in recreational play, try it. Try it all the time and practice it. Do the drills. It's important for all of us to get this shot. So let's look at some of the techniques for the third shot drop or dink. Sometimes it's called the third shot dink. Okay, footwork and positioning. Right, begin by positioning yourself behind the baseline after you've served. When you serve, don't step in. You know this. As soon as you see your opponent's return shot, begin moving forwards because you know where it's going to bounce, but careful not to rush, right? You want to time your arrival at the ball with the shot so that you're in a nice balanced stance when you hit the ball, okay? Bend your knees slightly and stay low. The low center of gravity will help you control the shot and allow you to softly place the dink into the kitchen. Okay, here's a tip. Get your whole body behind the ball. When the ball comes to you and it's, let's say, high and deep, get your whole body behind you. Find your inner Derek the Crab and move behind the ball and have your paddle out in front, okay? Use a soft, relaxed grip and that will maintain control of the ball. If you have a death grip, the shot is too hard and it makes it easier for your opponents to counter, okay? The paddle face should remain open at a slight angle to allow for a softer touch. This helps lift the ball gently over the net without too much force. Now, the contact point. Again, make contact with the ball in front of your body and below waist level. Use a soft wrist and minimal arm movement. Now, this is probably better looking at videos, I'll be honest with you. So I hope you've seen a few videos and maybe you're listening to this podcast to reinforce what you're learning on the video. But watch people do it. After you make contact, follow through with a short, soft movement, okay? Don't do high, exaggerated follow-throughs like you would a drive, for example. Just hit it gently. Your goal is to control the shot, not to overpower it. So keep your follow through controlled and compact. Think about the ball staying on your paddle for as long as possible as you stroke it with an upward motion. Now here's a tip. Don't be afraid to hit the ball quite high, maybe even head height, and slow. This will make it easier for you to hit the third shot dink. It really will. The highest trajectory of the ball should be as it flies over your kitchen area, so it is dipping as it lands in their kitchen. Also, a high dink gives us seniors, yes, us who are getting on in years, more time to get to the kitchen line. So what you're looking at is a high trajectory, and I've found when I'm trying to master this shot that's really helped. I put my paddle out in front of me and I do a high trajectory and the ball bounces. You've got to be a bit careful because some of these outdoor balls are quite compact, which means they do bounce quite high. So I'm trying this high third shot drop and I'm finding I'm hitting it a bit too high, and that means that it bounces too high in the kitchen and they can just drive it away. So be a bit careful with that and be mindful of the kind of ball that you're playing with. If you're playing with indoor ball, it's generally okay. But some of the outdoor balls are getting, how can I put it, harder and harder, and they're bouncing higher and higher. So just be mindful of that. Okay, I mean, some of the tactics are fairly obvious. If you can dink it to their weaker backhand side, that can be helpful. But the main thing, honestly, for most of us, is just get it high, get it over the net, and get it into the kitchen. That's what you need to do. I mean, a strategic third shot dink, it sort of targets the space near your opponent's feet, and that makes it difficult for them to return with an offensive shot. They have to basically dink it back to you, and then you normally get into some kind of dinking battle at the net. Patience is key in all of this. The third shot dink sets the tone for the whole rest of the point. So resist the temptation to go for an immediate winner. Now we're going to be looking at this a bit later in terms of driving this shot. Maybe not going for a winner, but driving it. So obviously with the third shot dink, mixing up the dink shots does really help. If you can go left or right or center in your third shot dink, you're the serving team. You get the serve, you get the third shot. You're basically at the disadvantage, especially at the higher levels from low, intermediate and above. So use this third shot drop to get back into the game. Right, let's go on to this third shot drive. Should I drop or should I drive now? That's what the Clash say, something like that. The third shot drive. Unlike the third shot drop, which aims to neutralize opponents by softly landing in the kitchen, the third shot drive seeks to push the opponents off balance and set up your team for an attack. So you've got to be looking at driving the ball. So let's look at the body positioning. You need to be low. You need to have an athletic stance with knees bent, ready to step into the shot. Align your shoulders with the paddle to enhance power and control. Take a step forward with your non-dominant foot to generate momentum, and this helps with your footwork. This step allows you to transfer your weight into the drive. Use a firm grip, not really, this isn't a soft grip like the drop, it's a firm grip for the drive. But avoid a death grip, over gripping, which can lead to mishits. You should never really have a death grip on your paddle. And a continental grip allows for versatility and quick shot adjustments. We've looked at a continental grip and what that is. It's basically something that's called a hammer grip. Imagine you're picking up a hammer and driving a nail into a piece of wood. So your swing path on the drive, swing low to high, keep the paddle face slightly closed, and this can create some topspin, keeping the ball low, and it's difficult to return effectively. So if you can put a bit of topspin on it, that's good. Work on the topspin on your drive, but at the end of the day, just drive it. Now, people are saying, right, when should I do a drive? Okay, Paddy, you told me about a third shot drop, that's all very well, and you told me about a third shot drive, that's great, but how do I choose which one to do? Well, a lot of it, I'll be honest with you, depends on the shot that's coming at you, the return of serve that's coming to you. You will be hanging back because usually it's a deep one. Now, if that's a long, deep return of serve, you're generally looking at the third shot drop. Pretty hard to drive from there, so you're generally looking at the third shot drop. If the return of serve to you is not so deep, and you can see that, maybe I can take a step or two towards this, then you got the option to drive it. Really, you hit it hard and as low over the net as you possibly can. And this is becoming, as I said in the introduction, a more popular shot. That's basically it between the third shot drop and the third shot drive. So, which one are you going to do? Should I drop or should I drive now? I know, that ditty is going to remain in your head and drive you mad. Okay, so the most important shot in the game, the third shot drop. Now, another thing, just in conclusion of this, you might be saying to yourself, oh well, I'm a let's say a 2.5 or a 3.0. I don't need a third shot drop. I'll just blooming well drive it. I come from tennis. I can hit the ball as hard as I bloody well can. So what? Well, two things. One, the third shot drop is also exactly the same technique for a reset shot, which means that if you're in a rally and they are at the net and they're just pounding you and you're at the back of the court, you're doing that third shot drop. It's a reset drop in the middle of a rally. You're getting hammered at the back, they're just blasting them to you. You don't want to be just blasting them back at them because they're dominating the net. You do a reset shot, which is the same shot. Thereby, it is incredibly important, folks, and I'm looking at you, I'm talking to you, I'm going into your ears. It's incredibly important to try and master this shot. It's the third shot drop and it's also the reset shot. So it really helps in your whole game. And the second thing I want to say is this. Please, please, please don't be a banging jerk. Excuse the language, everyone. But don't be that person who goes on court and all they do is hit, hard at people as well. We've come across a lot of comments and posts on the Facebook group Senior Pickleball Tips, of which now we have nearly 65,000 people, which is amazeballs. A lot of comments about this. You get a lot of people, they come on and all they want to do is just drive, bash, and they're called bangers, basically. And if you're in recreational play, and let's say you got a good drive and you're driving a lot, please, in recreational play, don't be a jerk. 99% of pickleball people are fabulous, but I'm afraid you do get that 1% jerks. And a lot of them are the bangers. They come on and they just hit hard, bang, and they even aim it at you, at your head, at your shoulders, and it can be just not very nice, especially in recreational play. Of course, if you're in the depth of a competition, fair enough. You're out to win a medal, then go for it. So please don't be a banging jerk. Okay, folks, that's all for now. You guys take care. And if you get a chance, listen to The Clash. They are an absolutely wonderful band. Okay, bye for now. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Senior Pickleball Tips podcast, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Now remember, we've got the Facebook group, we've got the seniorpickleballtips.com website, so please head on there if you want to be more involved. It would be great to see you. Okay, my Senior Pickleball Tips friends, paddle up, stay safe, and most importantly, have fun. Don't want to miss an episode? Please subscribe to Senior Pickleball Tips podcast on iTunes, Apple, and also on Spotify. And please leave a rating and review. All right, guys, listen, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.